You don't replace a telephone that's old and reliable with anything less than a phone that's new and remarkable. Introducing telephones from General Electric, designed to deliver clear, natural sound. Constructed with gold-plated contacts for years of reliable performance. Engineered with sophisticated features like 9-number memory, one-touch redial, and emergency dial. To withstand the rigors of everyday use, GE phones are dropped and shocked and corrosion tested. Then they're backed with a full 2-year warranty. And if you ever need any help, you can call the GE Answer Center 24 hours a day.
Hello? He's right here.
Hello? Hi.
The remarkable new GE telephones. The quality rings true.
GE, we bring good things to life.
Our world is changing rapidly with the advent of new technologies. The field of telecommunications has grown at an astounding rate with advancements in satellite and fiber optic technology. The information highway for the 21st century has been put in place. The lives we lead result from the decisions we make. Less than 3% of the population ends up financially independent, while 97% retire dependent on family, friends, or the federal government. The question is why? A little over 100 years ago, 95% of all people were self-employed. Today, it's the opposite. 95% of all people work for someone else. In a thriving economy, when companies are expanding, there's a sense of security in working for a large company. However, in reality, there is no such security. Today, we're finding that real security is in controlling your own destiny, and the real risk in life is to take no risk at all. We find there are more people trying to climb the corporate ladder than there are positions to fill. And then there are those who feel they simply are not paid what they're worth. People are striving for success, and we find that true success doesn't simply come from money, but from some of the things money as a tool can provide, such as financial independence, freedom, and a luxurious lifestyle. Even though money seems to solve a lot of our problems, true success comes from just being happy and feeling a sense of destiny, that what you're doing is going to make a difference on a grand scale, or just being a positive influence on one person's life. And when you awake each day, you're energized with belief in your individual cause. You know, socially and spiritually, you're growing every day while having more fun than you could have ever imagined. Success and dreams, however you define them, are achievable. All you need is the right vehicle. American Communications Network is your vehicle to success. Based in Michigan, ACN is poised to take advantage of the explosive growth in the telecommunications industry. ACN invites you to join us in the explosive growth of one of the most innovative telecommunications marketing companies in the United States. ACN has developed a management team combining specialists from both the cooperative marketing and telecommunications industries to create a winning corporate team.
Not only has ACN become a dominating force in the telecommunications industry within a very short period of time, but some of our representatives are experiencing a quality of life they once only dreamed about. Now, if you're anything like I am, where all that you ever wanted was a chance to do something special, an opportunity to experience a better quality of life, to be at the right place at the right time, then your search is over.
Cooperative marketing is currently one of the fastest growing industries, bringing in over $50 billion a year. Combined with the booming telecommunications industry, you have a business opportunity unlike anything you've ever seen. The telecommunications industry is currently over $600 billion and is projected to exceed $900 billion by the year 2000. Most companies spend millions of dollars on traditional marketing, such as annoying telemarketers, costly salespeople, and expensive advertising, all in an effort to reach the customer. With cooperative marketing, ACN bypasses these costly traditional marketing methods by going directly to the consumer. This allows us to pass on the savings of up to 30% to the customer. This is all made possible through ACN, a major player in the cooperative marketing industry. ACN has relationships with companies representing different segments of the telecommunications industry. One of those segments is the long-distance industry. ACN offers long-distance service through LCI, a publicly held company and one of the largest and fastest-growing long-distance carriers in the nation. LCI uses 100% digitally switched fiber optics to ensure state-of-the-art technology. LCI services residential customers, businesses, and Fortune 500 companies. LCI offers 6-second billing, which is unique in the industry and is designed to get customers from the big three, AT&T, MCI, and Sprint. Take a look at your phone bill and see how your calls are rounded to the next highest minute. So when your call lasts 1 minute and 10 seconds, you pay for 2 minutes. If your call lasts 2 minutes and 12 seconds, you pay for 3 minutes. Most people don't even realize it, but they're paying even after they hang up the phone. With LCI, when your call lasts 1 minute and 10 seconds, you pay for 1 minute and 12 seconds, not 2 minutes. When your call lasts 2 minutes and 12 seconds, you pay for 2 minutes and 12 seconds, not 3 minutes. There are no monthly minimums and no restrictions on where and what time you make your calls. LCI also offers calling cards, international calling, and a 1-800 service both for residential and business customers, all with 6-second billing. And for the convenience of the customer, LCI also has LEC billing, which simply means one phone bill from your local phone company. LCI is so confident about the quality of their service that if you're dissatisfied for any reason, they'll pay to switch you back to your original carrier. The only difference our customers notice is a reduction in their phone bill. At ACN, we have a wide variety of programs designed to save customers money and help you make money, such as the cellular and paging industry. Cellular communications is a $20 billion a year industry and is projected to reach $60 billion by the year 2000. The cellular industry is currently the fastest growing segment of the telecommunications industry, growing at a rate of 40 to 50% a year over the past decade. ACN has relationships with the largest cellular providers across the country, enabling us to offer up to a 20% savings in most markets. The paging industry today accounts for over $3.5 billion a year and is expected to top $10 billion by the year 2000. ACN has joined with PageNet, the world's largest dealer in paging services, to offer paging and enhanced messaging services. Through PageNet, ACN offers its customers the largest coverage area in the United States and savings of up to 20% on paging products and services. ACN also offers its customers the ACN Equity Calling Card, a prepaid calling card. The prepaid calling card industry is currently a $1 billion a year industry and is steadily increasing. The ACN Equity Calling Card was created to provide a convenient, hassle-free way to access any one of 3 million payphones nationwide. ACN is also involved in operator services. Through ACN's operator service program, businesses that have public payphones can profit from all the operator-assisted calls. The United States alone has more than 3 million payphones, with hundreds of new units being installed every day. This is a tremendous opportunity for both ACN's independent representatives and business owners to receive earnings from the use of payphones. Imagine if you could make money from a customer every month without having to collect money or inventory any products. The opportunity to go into business for yourself, but not by yourself. To earn a monthly residual as well as a weekly income. With ACN, you can.
I had no idea that in 3 years we could build a customer base of over 130,000 customers that we would be getting paid on each and every single month.
The compensation plan is incredible. It's attracted over 25,000 representatives in my organization from coast to coast.
Real pleasant surprise is the financial rewards I've had associated with this. I never really anticipated that I would have the type of financial rewards and the opportunity to be able to create total financial independence for my family.
I started this business on a part-time basis. I reached the regional vice president position in a year. I will now make more money in 1 week than I used to make in months working for a living as a computer engineer. I am totally blown away.
Ask yourself a question. Do you know anyone who is overworked, underpaid, and uses a phone who is possibly open to a business opportunity? There are no limits on how many persons that you can sponsor. You can personally sponsor as many people as you like. Imagine the possibilities.
You're watching Sleepcore. Pleasant dreams.
Stretch Master.
A complete gym for all levels of fitness. One portable piece of equipment that trims, lengthens, and strengthens.
Stretch Master, the ultimate workout. Trim, lengthen, and strengthen. It's perfect.
The Stretch Master program is so unique because it's easy to use, easy to follow, and in less than 7 minutes, it hits every major muscle group in the body. You're going to get the toning and strengthening along with the flexibility and relaxation, which so many people are looking for.
You get immediate results. The people feel it right away. And in 7 minutes, you can get a really great workout.
Well, Stretch Master is very easy to use. I work with large range clients, and I also teach Pilates and yoga, which deals with a lot of choreography and posturing. Stretch Master allows you to use the same techniques that Pilates and yoga works under and get the same results in a much more relaxed and easy way.
I have so many women that come up to me asking me, how do I get those long, lean dancer's legs? And Stretch Master will do that for you in just a few simple exercises.
Florida man today faces a $5,000 fine and a year's probation. The man, known as Captain Midnight, illegally interfered with an HBO satellite transmission last April. Robert Hager has the story.
John McDougal, #1 on the Federal Communications Commission wanted list. The Federal Communications Commission?
It was McDougal, the agency said, who interrupted an HBO movie with the message, "Good evening, HBO, from Captain Midnight. $12.95 a month? No way." A reference to HBO's newly imposed charge to anyone wanting to unscramble its satellite transmissions. And McDougal's sale of backyard satellites like these had been hurt because HBO was charging to unscramble the pictures. McDougal also happened to work part-time at the Central Florida Teleport, a satellite ground station in Ocala, Florida. And here's how the FCC said he did it. From Long Island, New York, HBO transmits its movies by bouncing its signal off a satellite to homes and cable companies. From Ocala, McDougal sent a stronger signal to the same satellite, substituting his message for HBO's transmission. Of 2,000 ground stations, the FCC determined only 500, like Ocala, had enough power to manage this. Only a dozen of those had the machine to print the letters just the way McDougal's message was printed. And only one wasn't doing other business at the time of the interruption. Confronted, McDougal confessed to the FCC TV cops. And although the agency says his action, if it disrupted military or telephone communications, could be a very serious business, in this case, he'll get off with a $5,000 fine. Robert Hager, NBC News, Washington.
And that's the latest news from here in the colonies. Now back to London and Brian.
All right, John Palmer, thanks very much. This is the last time we will hear from you today, I understand, so have a good one. We're going to come back in just a moment. We've still got much more to go from London as we continue with our special coverage of the royal wedding.
Imagine a cigarette with smoke that disappears like this and smells like this. A cigarette that leaves no ashes and leaves your windows this clear. Introducing Eclipse from Vantage, the cigarette that reduces secondhand smoke by 95%.
Hi, I'm Julia Hiscock.
And I'm Richard Wise. We're part of the team behind Eclipse, and we'd like to take a few minutes to tell you about it.
Does it sound impossible? Cigarette smoke that's satisfying and full-bodied, but it leaves no odor, no stains, and practically no secondhand smoke?
Look at the smoke when Julia exhales, and see how fast it disappears. Next time you smoke your cigarette, see how long it takes for its smoke to disappear. And look at this. There's virtually no smoke off the lit end. You really have to try it to believe it.
Eclipse does it by primarily heating the tobacco instead of burning it. Inside, it doesn't look very different, but the way it works makes a big difference in the smoke. Take a look.
You light the purified carbon tip, which stays hot while you smoke your cigarette. When you draw, heat from the tip passes through the tobacco, picking up the flavor and creating the full-bodied smoke. There's nothing in this smoke that isn't in the smoke of other cigarettes. But Eclipse is different. Here's how. Eclipse smoke is 88% water and glycerin, something found in all cigarette smoke as well as many food products. Other cigarette smoke is 20% water and glycerin. That's why Eclipse smoke has a smoother taste and disappears so fast.
Kind of like your breath on a winter morning.
This smoke, combined with the fact that there's no smoke off the lid end, is what results in the 95% reduction in secondhand smoke.
You know, the way Eclipse works is something like making coffee.
That's right. When you pour the hot water, all the flavor flows into the coffee pot. The grounds are still there when you're finished, but the flavor's gone, so you throw them away.
Just as you do your finished Eclipse. You really notice the difference when we're both smoking. The smoke doesn't build up in the room, and you can be confident that smoke stains won't build up on your walls, your windows, or your curtains.
It takes a while to notice that, but here's a way you can see the difference right now.
He's going to exhale Eclipse smoke through some curtain fabric. If you want, you can try this at home with your own cigarette using a napkin. Notice the result. Now he'll do the same with a leading light. Take a look at the difference. After you've been smoking Eclipse, you'll notice how much cleaner everything stays. When you go to wash the windows in your house, your car, or wherever you smoke, you'll notice they're not as dirty.
Here's another thing about Eclipse that you'll like. Would you pass me the other ashtray? Because Eclipse doesn't burn down, it doesn't leave any ashes. If you put it down, the tip keeps burning slowly. But look at this. If the cigarette somehow falls out of the ashtray, it can lie flat on a table, or even a piece of paper, without leaving any burn marks. But do be careful, the tip is still hot.
The tip burns as long as any other cigarette. You can tell your Eclipse is just about finished when you start getting less smoke and the taste gets weaker.
Now, we've just enjoyed our cigarettes, and all I can smell is the coffee. It's great. Everyone who comes in the room really notices the difference.
We'd like you to see the difference for yourself. But first, let's see what some other people had to say about their experiences with Eclipse.
The way it reduces secondhand smoke is really great. I like this cigarette, but do you know who really likes it? My family. Now when I light up, they don't even notice. They hardly even notice at all. Now when I go to enjoy a cigarette, I can really enjoy it.
When we got our new car, we wouldn't smoke in it. We'd stop at a rest area to have a cigarette. Now that we're smoking Eclipse, we smoke in the car and we don't worry about a film on the windshield or ashes. We also don't have that cigarette smell when we get back in the car. It's really great.
I kept hearing about Eclipse and I was curious, so finally I got to try it. I noticed that there was no smoke from the lit end or around the room, and I really liked how it didn't make my clothes smell. You know, after a couple of packs, I really liked it better than my old cigarette.
In a minute, you'll get to try Eclipse for yourself. Once again, we would like to thank you for the opportunity to tell you about this new cigarette.
Enjoy your first Eclipse.
Surgeon General's warning. Cigarette smoke contains carbon monoxide.
You're watching Sleepcore. Sleep tight.
The launch of a spacecraft on board an Ariane rocket can be summarized as follows. 20 minutes after takeoff, the Astra satellite is injected into geostationary transfer orbit near the equator. The closest point from the satellite to the Earth is about 200 kilometers, and the furthest, 36,000 kilometers. Helped by the firing of onboard thrusters, Astra is then propelled from transfer orbit into geostationary orbit. Thereafter, the satellite unfolds its 10-meter-long solar panels, which will supply the energy for the electronic systems. In low Earth orbit at a height of 300 kilometers, a satellite will revolve every 1.5 hours and spin faster than the Earth. The Moon, which is in a high Earth orbit, revolves only once every 28 days. So positioned between these two in geostationary orbit at a height of 36,000 kilometers, Astra spins at the same speed as the Earth and is therefore always seen in the same position above the equator. The optimal geostationary position for Astra is within a 140-kilometer cube. In this position, the Astra satellites are slowly but constantly moved by the elements. However, onboard thrusters controlled from the ground can be fired to correct Astra's position at any time and keep it positioned at 19.2 degrees east. The rocket fuel on board is sufficient to last the approximate 12 years or more of a satellite's life. The Astra system currently consists of 3 co-located satellites. 3 additional satellites are scheduled to be launched in 1994, 1995 and 96 respectively. With every new Astra satellite, a whole range of additional television and radio programs will be added to the system. The Astra footprint covers the greater part of Europe, from Scandinavia down to Italy, and from Spain, including the Canary Islands, across to Eastern Europe. Television and radio operators broadcasting via Astra transmit their programs to uplink stations at the locations shown here. The signals are then sent from these uplink stations directly to the Astra satellites. The uplink is carried out via antennas like the ones shown here in Betzdorf. The fixed antennas on the ground see the satellites as a single fixed point in the sky. So when the picture arrives on your screen, it has already traveled 72,000 kilometers at the speed of light. On June the 7th, 1988, Sky Television announced its decision to take 4 Astra transponders and became Astra's first client. Since then, the 50 transponders of the current system have all been leased by various European and international programmers. Today, the Astra satellite system already offers you a wide choice of television programming, by country, by language, and by special interest, be it general entertainment or thematic television, subscription services, or programs transmitted in the clear. Additional audio subcarriers enable each channel to carry simultaneous language soundtracks for television or stereo radio channels. Astra offers alternative television and radio for everyone. The Astra system has been designed for the future needs and demands of audiences all across Europe. The satellites currently in operation and those already under construction ensure the continuation of this system well into the next century. Whatever technology comes along, Astra is ready and waiting. By co-locating additional satellites at the same orbital position of 19.2 degrees east, and by using digital compression in the near future, Astra will be able to offer an even greater number of programs, all available on a single fixed antenna. The television of the future will give consumers the opportunity to select from an ever-increasing choice of quality programs.
The cheapest and the quickest way of making money.
Jerry Palace.
Well, we may as well follow him to see where the hell he goes.
Jerry runs the Checkmate agency with his partner, Tim Bartlett. These...
Costa really does need to dip his left shoulder to the left. Okay.
Ray Murray. Welcome aboard the Carnival Cruise Line's fun...
Underline the forecast
in de sterren voor Tom.
Eerst wou ik even...
Conceiving and recording his new album, 10 Summoner's Tales, in a
Inte gör någon trend, men intressant är
surprise for you today.
Yes.
Guess who I've got online too?
Alors cela aussi. Je vais y acheter le persil dessus.
Fernsehen, AR.
Photographs highlight differences in the
Everyday Euros.
In January and February.
in una gratificazione personale.
I giorni che io ero in questo nuovo ufficio e comunque dovevo rimanere lì.
Basalım. Bir de beklerken
Enormous amount. How hot a star is, how far.
Minst.
Debout, Truman.
Ça va bien. Oh, les yeux bleus de ces deux filles incroyables.
Hier haben Sie